All right, peasants, today we are going to be talking about this card right here, the Kingdra promo from Shrouded Fable that has been going nuclear over the last few days. And by me in a few days, I mean like the last 3. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about it and exactly what happened and probably what set this off. Let's get right into it. So if anybody doesn't know, this is Chef Ken Lee. He is a chef and also a restaurant owner from several restaurants, but also a avid Pokemon collector, also a streamer on Whatnot. Now, I have not watched most of his content. I was relayed this video from my brother, so I only got to watch it a couple times until I realized, oh shit, here we go again. All right, so let's get right into it and let's kind of see what he made a video about and what he was talking about and just break it down a little bit.
It's going to be very expensive in the future. Let me tell you a story. First off, it's based off of traditional Japanese artwork, which also makes it very high demand. It does not exist in Japanese, so they need to buy this card in English.
That I didn't know, but maybe a good point that also may have helped drive this price up. But nevertheless, let's keep going.
English too. So it's actually Kingdra's birthday, August 2nd. That's when this was released. It's August now, 1 year later. In the first 4 months, it was about $9.
So here he just goes over the price points since release, which the first 4 months, $8 to $10. The next 4 months after that, up to about $25. And then the 4 months after that, between $45 and $50. Now, nothing wrong with that, right? He's just pointing out, hey, there's a card that's, here's the price points over the last year since it was released in a set that was not very popular. Fine, whatever. That's not a big deal. I don't have any issue with that. I mean, that's cool. I mean, it's a great card. I like it personally. That's why I got the damn thing. I hated Shrouded Fable. I did like the Persian Houndoom and this. And I think Horsey's from that set, right? Yeah, pretty sure. So there was a handful of cards that I liked from the set. But as far as a set in general, it was not very popular. Let's continue.
Oh, by the way, join my Discord, link in bio.
Don't forget, join his Discord because he might have other things to, manipulate. Let's save judgment till the end, right?
Purely on TCG Player, there was 7,500 sold in total. Right now, what's available to buy, there's only 30.
Okay. What is the point of this video and what is your agenda here? Like, what is your motivation to why you're making this video? And this is when it starts to become a little bit more clear, at least to me.
In these price ranges, you could literally use $2,000 and wipe out the entire population on TCG Player, causing a price spike.
Now, why would you say that? Now, what is your purpose of saying that? Now, are you just saying that, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend $2,000 and wipe out the market of this card on TCG Player and cause a price spike? It sounds like it, or he's just eliciting that to his followers, which let's look how many followers he has real quick. Let's kind of glance at that. So he has got around 732K followers. On that video, just on the Reels portion, there's about 85,000 views on it. So you think between the 85,000 views and also followers on this guy's channel that between all of them, they don't have $2,000 to buy out all these cards and then jack up the price? I find that very, very highly likely. And a person that's making a video like this, I feel like there's just like some kind of motivation behind it, right? If it's not money driven, then what is it? Really? Anyways, let's keep going. This is where I'm already at, and I'm only halfway through the first video, by the way.
Shrouded Fable was not a very hot set, and this is a special premium box, which means they probably won't produce any more of these.
And he's probably right. It was not a like set from most of the people in the hobby. Even Stellar Crown that came out after that, still not a very popular set. There's like maybe a couple cards that people liked, which being the Squirtle and the Bulbasaur, right? So he's not wrong about that. And of course, with any kind of special premium boxes, they really don't reprint them very much, especially for a set that doesn't do very well, which was Shrouded Fable, right?
My estimate is that a year from now, raw, as long as the market doesn't crash, it'll be over $100 for a raw nice one.
Now, when he says that, of course, right? Everything's going up right now. It doesn't matter. Now, I have another video coming out as to why I think the whole crash speculation can be somewhat justified. Now, I'll give my reasoning on that on another video. But still, anyways, that's for another time. Let's keep going.
We went from $8 to $50 in 1 year. 50 to 100 on short supply, we might get there faster than 1 year. I'm just saying.
Okay. Now, of course, there was a lot of backlash about this, right? And there's comments on here just saying that, there's 75 after this video, right? And he's got like 5 of those Greninjas and a few of those Kingdras. I have a feeling that this guy has probably more than what he's letting on as far as graded cards, right? So, yeah, he's only showing just the one, which I just have the one. And he's holding a PSA 10 there too. Now, let's kind of glance over at the PSA, right? Let's just look at it real quick. So PSA 10 pricing, I'm just looking at price charting just for the sake of time. This doesn't really break it down by week. This is just going from the month of, let's say, June. Here's July. So from June to July, ungraded 26, PSA 10 100 to 40 to 197. It was already on its way up. And then after this video, obviously it went up some more, right? 48, 49 to 410. Was it just him? Probably not, but it didn't help, right? And if someone just was looking at some of this trajectory and just some of the older cards, and now that we're exiting the Scarlet and Violet era, you're going to try to take some opportunities like this, especially if you have a big following like this, right? So it comes out with a follow-up video 4 days later to discuss also the same topic. So here we go.
Send this video to anybody who's losing their shit over the Kingdra.
Well, of course people are going to lose their shit over the Kingdra. This market is insane. And the price spiked, almost $30 in a couple days? Of course they're going to lose their shit. Anyways, let's keep going.
This card doubled in price in the last 3 days, and it's probably my fault. I've read a lot of...
Maybe. We don't know yet. Which is why we're watching this video to figure it out.
The comments and seeing other posts by other people. I just wanted to cover a couple things. Anyways, the card went from 40 to 60 roughly, so about a $20 appreciation.
At this time, now it's about $70.
The rate of it getting a 10 is roughly 2/3.
So out of every 100, about 67 of them will be PSA 10.
So if the card only costs $20 more, I don't think this is actually justified for the PSA 10 to double. I see a lot of people say, ooh, manipulation, pump and dump. There's not enough money to be made in a short-term pump and dump for me to be bothered to do so.
Maybe not you, but a lot of other people will definitely do it, especially people that hold PSA 10s, which is funny because he has a PSA 10 right there on screen. So as we watch a little bit more, I'll kind of explain that a little bit.
If I bought it for 40, it cost me 42 after tax. If I sold it, including labor and materials, I would only be making a $9 profit. Do you think I could be bothered to make $9? Come on.
Maybe not $9 for a raw card. We're talking about PSA 10s which have a much higher value than that. And he just had it on the screen, about $400, $420, something like that. Later, let's go back to price chart and look at it real quick. So we're talking about $410, $420. So if you take a $40 card, near mint copy, that you may get into PSA 10, grading it, roughly about $25, not including shipping. It's very highly variable with that. So we're talking about a $65 card, including grading costs. And if you get a PSA 10, so let's just round it up, $420. So minus 65, we're talking about $335 profit if you happen to get a 10. Now, is it going to happen every single time you grade a card? Probably not. I have a strong feeling that this guy probably has a lot of PSA 10s of this card, whether because he bought it because he liked it or he had a lot of this card before he made this video. Hard to say. But it's his inventory that cracks me up. That makes me think the latter. He definitely has more than just one.
Generally, I just buy and hold things. You'll see me selling.
Yes, you do buy and hold things probably. And you probably have a lot of PSA 10s of these two promos right here.
This in like 10 years or, $1,000. Fine. But come on, I'm not doing all this stuff for $9. I've bought plenty of things over the years and I haven't made a video about many of them.
So that was an Armored Mewtwo, right? It's a promo. The English one probably goes, last time I checked, was about $100. It's definitely probably a lot more than that now. So just looking at his inventory, and he's got a ton of sealed product and a ton of sealed promos. Why would I not feel that he doesn't have more of these? I feel like he's got a ton of them. Wouldn't you think? Somebody that has that much sealed promos in a different language, whether he's got English too, it's hard to say. I mean, he has to have a lot of those collector's chests to have those. But why wouldn't I think that he does not have a bunch of these Kingdra promos or Kingdra PSA 10s? This screams to me that he's doing something. Now, I can give him the benefit of the doubt, right? We all can. But it just screams that, okay, there's definitely going to be something going on here, right? And even the comments crack me up. Okay, I'm joining Discord after this one. This person does not look like a person that joined the hobby, 6 years ago, right? This looks like someone that's like, oh, hey, I can make some money off some of these promos. Why don't I do this? Why don't I just buy a whole bunch of these? Maybe I'll spend the $2,000 to buy all the promos off the TCG player and grade them all. Maybe I'll get 10s. They're screens, man. They're not. No one on TCG player is going to sell near mint copies that are gradable. It's not going to happen. I don't understand what people. It's not that easy. Anyways, let's watch the rest of this. I don't even know what else he says.
Make videos on maybe 1% of all the cards that I have. Is it because I have a reach and people watch my videos that I'm not allowed to talk about them anymore?
You can talk about all of them anytime you want, but just be a little bit more transparent. It's not just the fact that, hey, this card is cheap, or I think it's cheap, or, just why would I waste my time with something that's only a $9 profit? You probably do not have just to try to get a $9 profit. You're probably having a whole bunch of PSA 10s. And I'm like, maybe you just have 10 of these, right? If you just have 10 of these, and so let's just say you bought and graded this card originally when it came out, and you spent $40 on the raw card and the grading cost. So at 210, it wasn't really worth it, right? You're only up $160. So then this happens a year later because you've been holding it for years, as you just been preaching, and now it's worth $400. So now your profit's up $360, right? So if you have 10 of these, you're up $3,600. $3,600 for pretty much anybody is a good day, especially if you can just change it overnight by just touting on your platform how much is not left and having other people do the work as far as buying off the leftover inventory on TCG Player. Did he spend the $2,000? Probably not, because he knows that people on TCG filter out these cards and make sure they're not gradable. Because why would they sell it? Anyways, let's see how he finishes out the video.
Discord link is in the bio.
Oh, so he just talks about the Discord. So, hey, join the Discord. Join the Discord for other maybe market manipulations that he wants to do, right? Let me know what you guys think. I mean, it's a great card. I believe, I love it. Iconic artwork. But at the same time, I mean, I made a video on this before when the market shifted really bad this way for even just common illustration rares back in February and March. Do not buy into the FOMO. I guarantee you this is going to drop significantly as everything else has. Now, I could be wrong, because now we're at the end of summer and people are going to be coming back into the hobby and spending their money back on things that they, want to indulge in, such as this. This may go up. This may stay that way. I don't know, but I'm going to tell you right now, it probably should not be that high. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time.